When we're taking on a park project from start to finish, it's almost an exponential curve in terms of what the layman can see out there, because in the beginning, for months and months, it's silt fence, it's dirt, it's moving equipment. Only towards the last 6 to 8 months do things really come to light. The walls and the courts and the fences and the buildings, those really come up out of the ground towards the end, so it feels like you're trudging along and all of a sudden you sprint to the finish. In the beginning of a construction project, there's a lot of groundwork that has to be laid. So the surveyors were out on site, staking out all the project limits that were in the design and showing the contractor exactly where all the erosion control has to be installed. As of February of 2022, miles of silt fence and tree protection fence were out there. And all this does is protect the site and protect the adjacent resources as grading operations begin. Come March, we were heavy into grading operations. This is 50 acres of grading, and we have to make sure and strip off the topsoil, excavate unsuitable soils, replace with stuff that's suitable for building on top of. As of April, we were installing crane pads for the bridge installations. Of special interest was the storage pond, which was drained around that time. Moving into May, the excavation for the rectangular playing fields had been accomplished, and the contractor was working with the synthetic turf contractor and the field lighting contractor to make sure all those elements came together correctly. In June, the Gateway Pavilion structure had been erected and the foundations were poured for the park office and the restroom buildings. Of course, throughout this time, water and sewer installation is going on throughout the park. In July, the buildings are actually coming out of the ground vertically. The building walls were taking shape, and the pedestrian bridges were installed. In August, the light poles were installed in the courts area and in the fields area, and the road was being graded around the field area. Also in that month, the 5K staging area across Cauley Creek Park was taking shape, which is a really significant investment because that opens up the whole western side of the park. Part of the point of this update and our monthly updates on social media and other channels is just to give the public a view of what's going on inside this park, all the changes that are happening from month to month, of what's going on so you can see where the money's going. The great news is we're on schedule, so it's going right how we thought it would go, and we're looking forward to opening up to visitors in the summer of 2023.